It's been a bit since an update. I have finally been able to get in through insurance to see a local psychiatrist, which is good. I adore my psychiatrist from Chicago, but not being able to see me in person, of course, affects his ability to care for me. Um, and so I met the psychiatrist here. I really like him and felt safe and comfortable. Um, which is hard to say because I don't often feel safe and comfortable anymore, So I'll take the positivity where I can find it. I feel like I'm getting stronger, hopefully better. Um, it's been particularly tough adjusting to the new medications. The past 6 months. Well, that's not fair. It's 8 months. I've been taken off and put on and adjusted and increased and decreased on 6 different meds. And I know I'm very fortunate to have my Crobra health insurance, even though it's hard to make the payments. I'm lucky to at least have that, and figuring out the right cocktail, as it were, for the medications it can be confusing and tricky. So I'm glad to have good medical care. Still feeling lonely out here. Trying to get back into writing more, and it's been a long time since I've painted now. It's been a long time since I've done an update. And I've posted pieces of a poem called Earrings that I'm thinking I'd like to actually record and post. It's longer, but hopefully it'll be good and catch people's attention span. I also took time away a bit. Some of you may have seen on Demon Waltz the post I put regarding the email I got from an acquaintance that I thought was more of a friend, attempting to tell me how to heal. And I just want to put it out there to all of you that have people in your lives who are dealing with and suffering from PTSD. Everybody's journey is different. If you start giving advice, in particular if that advice is against what the doctors are telling them, you're just setting that person up for confusion and failure. Because already I question reality. Already I question the choices I'm making. Already I question, since my original trauma when I was 4 was medical related, having people who don't even know what's going on and haven't talked to me about the details of my illness trying to tell me how to handle it. And I think the toughest part for me was the implication isn't even right, the word, but because she pretty much straight out said it, but this idea that I'm a strong and independent woman, and sending out these tearful messages or crying messages. I don't remember how she put it. Maybe having the opposite effect from being silent, and that either extreme isn't healthy. And it's just, how ignorant can you be? To say that to someone without knowing their story, without knowing what's happening. The email was even in response to a video that it was clear this person hadn't paid attention to. because a lot of the comments didn't make any sense in relation to what I'd actually written and talked about. But people heal in their own ways. And so I want to thank again everybody who's been so wonderful and supportive, but also put it out there for folks that think it's too much or too emotional or oversharing or inappropriate or whatever judgment or difficult experience you have in viewing this and looking at my art or poetry or these posts. Don't do it. Don't look at my art. Don't watch these posts. Don't listen to my spoken word or read my poetry. Don't check in with me and ask how I'm doing, because if you don't care, I don't see the point. If it makes you uncomfortable, that's your problem, not mine. I'm finally, after 30 years, right? 25 to be fair. I was 4 when the first trauma that I remember happened. 26. But I've had 26 years of not being silent, of being in the dark. And now that I'm finally learning about all these things that have happened to me that to protect myself, my brain has blocked, sharing is one of the most important aspects of it, according to my doctors, according to the PTSD workbooks, according to support groups, according to everybody. Telling your story is a part of the healing. And I found this community and ability to tell my story to the internet and hope that it can make an impact for other people and or teach some people some things, because I can honestly say I've gotten some rough emails in my life, as we all have, but it was awful and just so unsupportive and presumptuous to get advice from someone who doesn't know what's happening. All I ask of you, world, is positivity and support and love. And if my style of being public with my illness doesn't jive with your style of listening or being a part of my recovery or whatever the case may be, I understand this is hard. I'm talking about very difficult things, and I'm one of the lucky ones because I have help and I have treatment and I have insurance and all these things. I am set up to succeed than most people are through this very difficult experience. And I know that I'm lucky. I promise I do. But I still have a long way to go, and so I hope I can have more positive interactions with people than negative. And again, it's easy to focus on the negative. I've had so many positive responses that in theory should outweigh, if you can balance it, this negative experience. But I just was so shocked. It was so unexpected to me. We're all individuals and have our own paths, and if someone asks your advice, of course, share it. But throwing it at someone who never asked for it, I don't understand. So presumptuous and condescending, to be honest. Please just love the people that need your help and send out positive thoughts or prayers, or shoot me an email or write me a letter, or take care in your own life to enjoy what's good. I'm not asking for anything else, truly. I know I have the fundraiser, but that's not meant to disregard the other support out there. It's meant to pay my medical bills. I think this whole experience I've felt very guilty about. Like I messed some up somehow, like I shouldn't be sharing, and I've had to take some time to step back and realize that, as I just stated, I think her advice was shitty and I'm sorry, crappy and not helpful, and even yet I let it affect me and hold me back from continuing in this process of documenting and sharing what I'm going through. But enough of that. I meant to say thank you overall. Thank you.